Hey guys, Mr. Duran here, and it is time for another Tech Tip Tuesday. And what we're going to be discussing today is grouping your students into Google groups on Google Classroom. So what we're going to do is I'm going to scroll down to my quiz bowl here, because this is the only Google Classroom I have not put any groups together with. And I'm going to open up my Google Classroom, and I'm going to go up here to People, where I manage my students. And now if you scroll down here to Students, you have your typical student section where you can add students up here to the right, and you can see how many students are currently enrolled in your class. They have recently added another option here. Not only do you have students, but you can click on groups, and you can create groups and group your students based on all sorts of criteria. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example of a few. So I'm going to click on create a group, and I can create a group around any topic I want. One thing that I create topics around is testing security, and I create whenever we have a test or we have a quiz, I will create 2 or 3 different versions of that. And so maybe I'll make one group called Quiz A, and then I will go through and I will click the students that I want for Quiz A. And now I have a Google group that has that group of students. It says 3 right here, and I can expand it and see which students I have. I can edit the group and delete the group. But now anytime I want to assign a specific assignment or quiz to that group, all I have to do is select that group. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create another one, Quiz B. And I'm going to select additional students, and I can create as many groups as I want around however many topics I want. So let me show you what this looks like in action. So I'm going to go up here to classwork, and I'm going to create an assignment, and I'm going to create an assignment. We'll call this Quiz 1.1A. And I'm going to go grab my quiz, and this looks good. This is a do now that I use on a pretty regular basis, and I can put it in, and over here under assign to, I can click on all students, and I can click to the students tab, and I can assign it to all students. I can assign it to specific students, or now I have the option to go over here to groups, and I can just assign it to Quiz A. And now you can see I've got 1 group and 3 students assigned. I'm going to exit out of here and save that assignment. Now I'm going to create another one, do basically the same exact thing, only this time I'm going to call it B. Go grab me a quiz to take, and then do the same thing. I'm going to click group and Quiz B. Now, when I assign these quizzes to my students, the students in those groups will only, the students in A group will only be able to see A, and the students in B group will only be able to see B. I use this for test security, but you can use groups for all sorts of interesting criteria. For example, it could make it a lot easier to differentiate. So let's say, for example, you have students who have an accommodation. They need to take a quiz, but they need to have reduced length. You could create a reduced length group, add students to the reduced length group, create that, and then now you can create a special quiz just for students who need a reduced length. Or maybe you could do it for multiple choice, or maybe you could do it for students who need fewer questions on an assignment, or special directions, or additional work. And this really makes differentiating a million times easier. All right, guys, this has been Tech Tip Tuesday. I'll see you next time.